live. We made it. Now, did anybody else make it? Nobody's here. It's you and me.
Yeah.
I guess I hit public. Huh?
Yeah.
Did it? Oh, it did warn you? Oh, there it is. Took a second. That's you on there, right? See if anyone else comes on. There we go. Mark Austin.
Hey, Mark.
Mr. Well is
Your
here.
phone's going off.
What?
Hey, Phil Presnell.
And DDJ, whoever that is.
Weirdo.
Some weirdo.
Lock that first.
Weirdo.
How you doing, Mark?
Yeah,
Hi, Chris.
Chris is here. Oh, man. Hot today. Currently 96 degrees with 51% humidity. Ronald Silva.
Hey, Mr. Ron.
How you guys
Hi,
doing?
Lisa.
Are we staying cool? Well, we are right now. We're, of course, when we're in the store, we have to leave the door open.
Or people don't know we're open.
People
Even
don't
though we
know.
have a sign that flashes that says open.
Because when they drive by, we got the fence. I do have really good news, though. About, 2 hours ago, they opened the road. So now everybody can drive, get on the freeway, get off the freeway, drive under the freeway.
We just saw people find us, though.
Yeah. But the worst part was that they were working all night long, paving, and they had those
Rollers.
vibrating rollers running all night.
Hi, Tim Baxley. Hi, Terry. Hi, Wes. I know you're in there. Hey, Mountain Laurel.
Mount Laurel.
Rosebud is somewhere around, I'm sure.
There she is. Hi, Rosebud.
Hi, Rosebud. Yeah, so
Randy Wilson.
today was pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy Wilson.
So maybe get a crank this week, crank really hard next weekend, and the following week, and then.
Randy, we can't hear you, but we can read your text.
Can we hear you now?
That is good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll show her.
How you guys doing, Ron? Of course, now this week again, it's supposed to, as the week goes on, it's supposed to get a little rainy.
Is it?
Yeah, but a little bit of cool, a little bit of rain may not hurt much, as long as it ain't downpouring.
Yeah. Well, you know the
Dennis Stone, hello. We are in Colorado working with two of your friends.
Yeah.
We don't have any friends. Steve Moran is here. Steve, how you doing?
Dennis
Steve?
and Kathy.
Jackie.
Huh? Dennis and Kathy.
Dennis.
Hey, Amanda. Dennis Stone and Kathy.
I'm sure they're there with May and Jason, right? Yeah, I hear it's just a bang up, having a great old time.
Yeah.
Got traffic, but still slow. Yeah, well.
They can't. Are you guys in Lowell, Ron? Hey, Dougie.
Dougie D's here.
Good to see you. Hi, Helen.
Sounds like orange juice or something. I don't know. But it's Sunny D.
Oh, Dougie D, Sunny D.
Dougie D, Sunny D.
Same thing.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, good. I am right. Okay.
Tell you what, I'll warn you, Ron. The slower it is now, the busier it gets in the end. So
yeah,
hold on to your hat. So, and with us, we've been dealing with this road, the weather. The store is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Air conditioning's working good. Store is beautiful. It's stocked. We got another load of
Okay.
stuff for when we sell stuff we got. So we're ready to go. What?
Hey, Sunny Day Pro. Haven't seen you in a couple weeks. I'm sure you're usually within earshot. Maybe.
Sunny Day Pro.
I noticed your bacon day. Ron says we're ready.
Yeah.
Awesome,
well,
Dennis.
give us a call.
Yeah, get our
July
number.
3rd, and we'll get you.
Get our number from Jason and Mamie.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, right now, today, I drove through town and stuff, and there's like 4 tents, but they have no merchandise in them. So
Yeah,
we've really been the only game in town.
Which is weird because usually those tents are set up a month ahead.
Yeah, they're already set up, but they're not set up yet. So anyway, when they do get set up, of course, by that time, hopefully everything's rolling pretty hard, and we have a lot of people coming in saying, "Oh yeah, I've been telling everybody about you guys." So, and most of the people that have been coming in are customers we already had before.
I was just wondering, did you think anything about how to build a shed and roof to park in and live in your bus party under the roof instead, or using shed for restroom and laundry room and storage?
We have a garage, not for this, but for the car.
We built a house, Randy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught up with our videos and stuff, but we did build a house. It's done outside. We just gotta get the inside fixed, and we don't want to live in this anymore.
Yeah, we want to get out of the motorhome.
Hey, Ortho Dash Crofty.
I see a new car in your future.
Favorite child is here.
Peggy Paris is here.
Maybe their orders are on a boat still. Hey, Peggy, nice to see you. I don't know. You would think if their orders are on a boat still, those tents that aren't open yet, you'd think they would have.
Well, there's one that's not even going to be here this year.
I'll tell you, if they're on a boat now,
they're not going to be
able to compete with our prices because they'll have tariffs to have to add to it also.
We had a guy come in today, and he's a local, and he knows a lot about fireworks. And when he first came in, he was kind of being a snarky guy, and it was him and another guy, and I thought, well, I'll just kind of play along with him, and I just kind of started talking to him about stuff, and he really starts ripping the information out. And I said, well, look, you're obviously a lot better at this than I am, but the way I learned how to do this is through guys like you. And when I said that, it's like his demeanor changed, like, okay, yeah, I'm Mr. Cool. And they started saying, well, I've been to all the other permanent stores like you around in this area. And he asked me about one item. He says, well, this one here, the $40 one. I said, yeah. He says, how much would it be if I bought one of them? I said, be around $13, a little over. And he goes, okay, you got the best prices. And then we started talking different stuff. And he goes, man, you guys got the best deals by far. So anyway, he may end up working with us the last few days. So
good night, Dennis. Thanks for popping on, and yeah, we'll chat.
Yep. Yeah, get our number from them, and you can call me, and we'll talk. We'll talk. We'll have coffee or something.
Coffee.
You want a coffee? I'll have a coffee.
Randy, yeah, it does make sense, right? Are we going to be homebound then if we build the house and get rid of our home?
Well, we'll still do this for a while. We'll probably end up definitely doing this one more year, but it's been pretty hard this year. But I'll tell you what, I think it's been really, especially for me, it's been good to do. Today I was lifting that stuff like it was nothing. So
I was not going to say anything, but we got a big shipment, so.
Yeah, and I was just,
it all.
and I didn't use a hand truck or nothing. I was just grabbing it and throwing it, and I was putting it way up high, way above my head, and heavy stuff. So.
Christmas
coffee. Yeah, one time we were trying to do a deal with Metro Sound, which was like a car stereo company, had car amps.
Electronics, in case you don't know.
Wholesale electronics. Anyway, we go to it, and we're going to buy their defective goods. And
thanks, Doug.
They start making a big deal about, oh, okay, you want some coffee? How about you? You coffee? You drink coffee? You drink anything in your coffee?
It was from New York.
Anyway, we're trying to make a deal with them, and they wanted more than retail for their broken stuff.
I did.
We never bought them.
But that's where that came from. I'll have some coffee. You want some coffee?
Redeemer's here.
Hey, Mary.
It's almost like we just saw you a few days ago.
Mary and Randy stopped by and saw us.
See, that's the trouble with having a fireworks store. You never know who's going to come in, so you got to be nice on you. You know?
Yeah.
Make someone angry, then you might come over here and punch me in the face. So we
met Mary and Randy gate guarding in Colorado, where Dennis is now, and where we also met Jason and Maymay.
Yeah.
And they were visiting family, and then they had to cruise through here, and so they stopped in and saw us.
Because they were going to dinner.
Yeah, but they're also on their way to Gate Garden, Texas again.
Yeah. And nobody wants Colorado anymore.
Thank you, Peggy. Well, people do want it.
Yeah. Well, it's more money. It just sucks.
We just don't.
Yeah, we don't. We did it twice. That was 2 times too many. First time it was so freaking cold. The second time it was muddy and cold.
This wasn't our cup of tea.
Well, if people would have been a little nicer, it would have been easier. The gate guards were okay. It was just the owner of the land and the Chevron oil. I don't think I'd buy Chevron oil just because of that.
Anyway.
Randy Williams. Wilson, sorry. Sometimes I'm too lazy to put my dishes up at night. It wears me out just thinking what all you have to do just to open or go on down the road.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, these cupboards latch, so you don't really have to batten anything down. Worst thing for me is my desk.
The only time we ever had a problem with the dishes was in Las Vegas, New Mexico. And they have really deep, it's like when you go through an intersection, you go down like in a ditch and up. That's like their little drainage thing. And I was trying to make a turn, and as soon as I got in that ditch, the motorhome went this way, and then the motorhome went that way, and the dishes flew out of the cupboard and exploded all over the floor, and so I had to pull over, and we had to clean up the whole motorhome. But man, what a mess.
We got blasted with flies today. Fly season. Yuck. I don't mind missing that part. When we were on John's and the cows were right there,
yeah.
That was really intense fly situation.
Yeah, it's too bad the Mexican restaurant's not open. That's usually where they hang out. And then I go over and get something to eat, and there's a fly in the bottom of it.
But you only noticed it after your last bite.
Yeah, I still ate it anyway. This is my shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
No flies here. Yeah, they can't live in that hot a temperature. It's like the temperature of the sun.
All right, Randy, thanks for popping on and saying hi.
Yes, sir. We're losing everybody already.
Uh-oh. Guess what? We have a customer.
Yeah, you want me to go get it?
Yeah.
You stay here and talk, and I'll go get it.
Yeah. Open up for him. Anyway, so this might be a short-lived live. Short-lived live. Anyway. We'll see. We'll see what this guy wants to do if he's got a pocket full of money. They are bailing. Hey, that's good. Hey, Scarlett, how are you? Peggy says not bad here. You're in Nevada. You're not. What's the name of your town? No. It's a weird name. Winnemucca. Right? Am I right, Peggy? Thanks, Doug. Thank you. Appreciate you guys doing the thumbs up. That always helps our algorithm. Anyway. Cold today. Lots of cows, yes. As long as it's not a short life lived. Now you're messing with me. It's been a long day. Anyway, yeah. It's just been a different year with us not having the driveway and putting the chain link fence up and having all the construction. We had construction last year, but it wasn't anything near what it is now, right now, or has been. And I'm really hopeful they closed down the road Friday at 7, and then they said it would be open again by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it looks like it's open because we see traffic and stuff, and the ramp now is open to get on the freeway. I don't know if it's open to come off the freeway. We do see traffic coming from that way, but it might be from the other side of this, underpass. We'll just have to wait and see. But hopefully tomorrow things are going to progress a lot better, because that's why we're here. Anyway, we got the shower and sink hooked up. Awesome. Peggy Windemucca. That's. I need pictures. 2 eggs, mellow cat. I like pictures. I miss being there. I really do. When we get back, we're gonna have to come see that because it's been a long time since we've seen that your place. How's Bill doing without Chicken Express? He kind of is having some withdrawals, and I'm sure it'll be one of the first places we hit. Actually, I think when we went back last year, we stopped there on our way home, if memory serves. That'll be easy, Mellow Cat. That'll be easy. Awesome, you must smell better. Who are you talking to, Doug? I never smell bad if you're talking about me. Oh, I got you, because they finished the shower. Got you. I got you. Yeah, but it's been raining like crazy, so I'm sure they stood out with a bar of soap in the rain. Got that handled. This is their second bathroom anyway. All right, Mellow, place to sit. You're funny. Mellow Cat, if you guys don't know, in 2 eggs, 1 basket RV, they built a barnuminium and they're finishing it up.
You entertain the live people until they're done. They were here the other day. They wanted to come back and get a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So I'll hang out with them, and then when they're done, you can go over and, and collect the money.
You can entertain the live.
And then I'll entertain.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know, but I got my phone now.
Okay.
I'll think of something.
Yep. Yeah, so we did close down because we hadn't had a customer in 3 hours. Then we got one, and he walked in immediately and said, "Oh, I'm not buying anything," but he still walked out having purchased something. And that was like 20 minutes before we came on air. And we thought, well, the street's dead. Nothing else is going to happen. But this guy just pulled up, and he was here, I think, a week or 10 days ago. I remember the truck, believe it or not, because it's a nice truck. Anyway. Hey, Jane. Welcome. Hi from Canada. Yay. Anyway, so he'll pick out what he wants, and then Bill and I will swap places, and I'll go ring him up as long as we continue with the live, and I can keep up this stream of chatter. You guys got any questions? Burning questions that you just have to know the answer to? Maybe you should go live more often, right? That always seems to be the way, right? As soon as you got something else going, then get back to that. That's what we're here for. That is what we're here for. How's the dinner crew in Arkansas, Mellow and 2 eggs? A little bit of buffering on this end? I know with you guys, sometimes if you bump out and bump back in, it resets. Maybe try that. Is anybody else buffering? Never fails. Just get busy and you will get busy. That's it. That's it. Peggy, it's so good to see you on here because I know you have a hard time getting on our lives and being able to text and stuff. I'm glad you made that. Tilt down the side. Put cage on? Yeah, I know I should, huh? Any more encounters with small animals in the shop? No, but the birds, they like to sit on top of the door And we have to have the door open, like Bill said, because otherwise people don't think we're open. We usually park the truck in front and then have the door open, and then people, if they look, they'll see we are open. It makes a difference, we've heard people say. Cage is over there. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. You can. There he is. Cagey, say hi to people. You're public. That poor dog, he can't wait to get back to Arkansas because he has not had any run time. Um, he got real barky and like the hackles on his back would stand up whenever anybody walked into the store, and we can't have that. So he did it. He did it once, and then he tried to do it a second time, and that was it. That was it. KG Treats Live. Someone in Louisville bought a franchise for. That's so far though. They're supposed to be going to open 5 restaurants in Louisville. They need to come down here. That's my favorite, like fast food Mexican place, Terry. Thanks for letting me know that. You're missing the 90-degree weather. Nope, we got it here too, and it's real humid. Oh, Big Fork smoked meat platter was huge. I saw a picture of that on Facebook. Is that where you guys went? Dougie, you're good. Glad to hear that. Oh yeah, Peggy, ads. Can't escape the ads. Will we be going back to Arizona this year? No, James. Trying to catch up on stuff I missed. Not this year. We're not going to do that because it was just, we've been there too many times and it's really fallen on its face for us. Bill always gets sick, or we both get sick, and it just wasn't good. Or the RV breaks down and it's very costly. Anyway, let's see. Chris is bufferless here. No buffering for Cherry. Yeah, we had the fire marshal in, Ron. Everything was, he was here twice because the first time we didn't have stuff in place that we needed, so Mike took care of that. And then he came back. He's really nice. So we're all in the clear and signed off for the year now. He investigated the store and looked at our paperwork and what we had posted. Told us we had to put up a sign, which I had forgotten about. No one under 18 can buy fireworks. So I just wrote it in hand, a Cato mark, and stuck it on the wall. He was happy. Gosh, it's not supposed to be that cold, Peggy. It's June, middle of June, almost July. We have one of our friends on here who's running a store in Illinois, and we're all kind of getting a slow start, but I think it's going to be okay in the long run. It's just seeming to wait longer this year, and I don't know if it's because people are short on funds or I don't know what it is. There's been a lot of rain in this area too, so that kind of puts a damper on things. See if the owner can install an air door. It's cool inside, keep the shoppers cool so they buy more. Actually, once you get in the store and away from my register, which is where the door is, it's really cool. And they hang out in the store a lot longer because it is cooler back there. So that works. It's just I'm the one that's burning up. Yeah, he definitely has the motorhome all geared up, ready to go. We do have to buy 2 cans of Freon AC Freon to recharge our AC because the dash air wasn't as cool as it needed to be, and I think it leaks off. Don't know why, but we've had that problem before. So Bill's out in the store and he's texting, "Hello, you guys." Dave and Carol have a new baby. They do. Aww. Went over the dogs at Patty's house. My next door neighbor, so Mellow Cat and 2 eggs, 1 basket. They go over and they check our house and make sure everything looks okay periodically, especially after a storm, because we've had branches fall and bigger than big sticks and stuff like that, and they drag it off. Anyway, but my next door neighbor feeds a bunch of the, they're not homeless dogs, but they are left to run loose, and they know that she kicks out leftovers. So I guess they all came over and said hi when they went and checked on the house. Oh no, Carmela has fleas. Cage has never had fleas. Should knock on wood and thank my lucky stars, huh? Economic refugees, you're so full of baloney. But I love you. Weird weather here won't last. I hope not. Might have to skip Arizona and roam around the Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana areas. You know where we're at. Air door can save energy, might save money for owner, plus keep you chill. It's not his store though. He leases it. So I don't know how he feels about dumping any more money into it. I'm not sure. Hey, Pepting, good to see you guys. Will and Wendy, missed you. Yes, nice neighbors. Only problem is because she does that, they all hang out in our yard too, and they make Cage crazy. He chases after them, and sometimes they play, but sometimes they run in the street. So anyway, no fleas here. I think it gets too hot. I agree. Yeah, I think you're right, Mellow Pat. Fleas because of all the moisture. Golly, Peggy. Got into the 40s yesterday? That's ridiculous. How are you guys standing that? Hey, Trey. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you guys. We didn't think we were going to do a live tonight either, but we got really slow and we decided we were going to shut down the store and come in. And 20 minutes before we shut down, we had a customer. But he bought and he left, so we shut down the store. And then what were we, like 15 minutes into this or something, and we got a customer. So Bill's out in the store with the customer. When the customer's ready to buy, we'll switch places and he can carry the ball on the live, and I'll go out and cash out the customer. Crazy here. We are in the high desert. Yeah, high desert tends to get a lot colder though. Yeah, it's 61, Doug. Boy, thank you, Pet Tank. Yeah, Bill is in the store on his phone waiting for the customer to make his selection, and he's commenting. You can get powdered sulfur at the co-op. Oh yeah, in a bag usually, and then I make a homemade shaker out of a plastic container with holes in the lid to distribute it with. Wonder, can you dust your? No, I don't guess you could. But their cat's an indoor cat, which means fleas inside too. That's awful. Oh my goodness. Just a cold front. You're enjoying it. Does Bill get to wear his tinfoil hat at work? You know, it's really funny. He doesn't usually broach any of those topics, of course, with the customers. But if they hang around long enough, one or the other will get into that occasionally. It's amazing to me how many people believe in that tinfoil hat information. Hey, Steve. Hey, Jackie. 114 in Arizona. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. So no more talking smack about Bill while he's gone. That's good. We, Mountain Laurel and Rosebud. Hope you all have a safe trip back. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We are trade packing up for the Tetons in Montana, leaving this week. Ooh, fun, you guys. Our pest control thing covers fleas. That's good. Only 64 here in northern Utah today, warming up starting tomorrow. At least there's no snow. I heard Montana got snow. I can't remember the name of the town. Anyway, last week, a couple days ago, read above that comment of mine. Yes, you can put that on your animals and in your yard. I did. I thought I read it. You can get powdered sulfur at the co-op in a bag usually, and you make a shaker to distribute it with. Yeah. And I hope Cage never gets fleas. Ugh. When I was little, we had a cat, and it infested the apartment my mom was renting with fleas, and I was a miserable little girl. It was so bad, so bad. Did Oregon get snow? West Glacier. What do you use? Oh, Mellow Cat. Yeah. For fleas, did you read that, Amanda? The other thing I wanted to let all you guys know is Mark Bostine, who had a hip replacement, is home. So keep on praying because he needs to heal. He's got physical therapy, but we're just really happy to know that he's home. Appreciate those prayers too.
You're up.
Okay, time for the swap out. Okay, you guys, and here's Bill. Chat with y'all later.
Thank you, Johnny. Oh man, these people are really cool. So they want a bunch of stuff. That's always fun to do. Now the hard part for me is to be able to read all this. Boys caught lice. Yikes. Helen lost her mind, and I did too. And oh, there's Scarlett's here. Let's see. They were talking about having fleas everywhere, and that's why I'm talking about the sulfur for powdered sulfur gets rid of fleas. Like animals instantly is safe for all animals in yards. See, we give Cage, we paid like $70 for a treat for him, and it keeps ticks off of him, keeps fleas off of him and stuff pretty much. But we've had it where he's picked up a tick and it rode into the house and then went to bed with us. And Darla got one time and I got one time. So, but he never gets bit. So, but he's outside so much that we have to do that. Let's see. Okay, that's very poorly. Yeah. Doug, have a great trip. We love Star Valley, Wyoming. Afton has nice campground and Kodiak about 90 minutes from Jackson Hole. That is great news. Okay, now we can talk about Darla. Bill's back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know. You guys are dying to just start trashing her, huh? Don't worry, I do it too. No, she'd kill me. Let's see. I used powdered sulfur a lot as a teen, but that was to make homemade gunpowder. Okay. Yay for Mark. Continued prayers for healing. Yes, Mark is doing better. Bay Area, always sand, fleas. We would go back, go pick eucalyptus leaves, put them under our rug. My left eye is so screwed up. It's so hard for me to read anymore. We'll be at Abergar. Are you going back to? You're not going back to that campground where we worked, are you? Thanks, Scarlett. The joy of living in the woods. Bill, so glad to see you. I really miss it when I miss the lives. Yeah, well, I miss seeing you too. Of course, we can't see you, but we know you're there because you're writing. So, our buddies in Ash Flat, Arkansas, have serious tick problems in the yard. So they got that and chickens. They'll get rid of them. We really don't. I mean, we have ticks, but we don't have a lot of ticks. But part of the reason that is because we keep the lawn mowed short, and I weed eat, and And there's a lot of dogs around there go through our yard, so they probably take them with them, hopefully. But that's the trouble with Arkansas. You have snakes and you have flies and you have all kinds of stuff. In fact, we had a dead snake. It was probably about that long, but it was like a king snake, and it was along the side of the house down. I think it had drowned down there. It got down in there when the water was flowing. So, yeah, always fun. But everywhere you go, you're not immune to anything. I mean, you think, well, I can live in Arkansas and I don't have to deal with hurricanes. Well, yeah, but you have to deal with heavy rain and hail and sometimes tornadoes. And, well, I'll live in California. Well, you got to deal with earthquakes and fires and flooding and riots. So things are. I'll tell you what. The other day, I was coming in from the store and I looked up, or no, it was in the morning, and the whole sky had X's everywhere. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. Dougie doesn't believe in the chemtrails, but I'm trying to tell him. Scarlett, you should tell him. He might believe you. But they just X the sky up so bad around here, and then usually within about 5 days we get a big heavy storm. And they're starting to show that we're going to get it here pretty quick. So we did get that last one. It was pretty big. Tinfoil time. Yeah, I've been wearing my tinfoil hat. That's not tinfoil anymore. They've actually admitted to it. So we'll just have to see. Katie's over there passed out. Did Darla show you him? Look at that. That's the life. He lays in here and naps all day long. And then he goes in and naps at night. I think they're done. So Darla's going to have to come back over here and take well, we'll just leave the door open until this is over with. Might as well. I mean, part of the thing, like I say, all weekend, you couldn't get from this side of the freeway to the other side of the freeway. And the people that got off the freeway right here, the off ramp by us, had to go down and make a U-turn and come back, and then they forced them back on the freeway. So the Loves is on the other side of the freeway, and there was no way for them to get there without going like 6 miles down the highway and turning around and coming back to go to Loves. So I know a lot of the drivers were not too happy about that. So we tell Darla to come back. See if I can get a hold of her. Here we go. You can hear.
Yeah, I think we're going to leave the door open.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just come back, and we'll leave it open, and if someone comes, I'll go over, and then when they're ready to give up money, have you go over.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
He's coming back to get some more cakes later.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said that he's waiting for his family to show up. They're going to bring a bunch of money. So.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you in a sec, huh?
Bye.
Bye. There you go. Communications. Gold. Like, yeah, the flies seem to fade out after a while, but they are absolutely nuts today. Is Darla trying to keep? Did I lock that? I don't know. I locked it.
Yay!
Dougie,
That was worth
Doug
it.
Bill's telling the truth. See? Of course, Doug told me that we were going to bomb Iran. I didn't think we were. I didn't think that Trump wanted to get into a war. So I've had to do some research, and he doesn't want to get into a war. He just wanted to eliminate a threat. So, and they've been setting up for this for months and months, and that's part of the reason why they loosened up all the regulations on the production of oil, because now Iran's threatening to close off the straits where the oil goes through. And Trump's already figured it out. He goes, oh, we're just going to up our production way up, and then we'll keep the prices low, and the rest of the world can, because he doesn't think they're going to do anything like that because it would hurt Iran and China. So
Trying to catch up on all the comments.
you are?
Yeah, I think Peggy left. Bye, Peggy.
No, she's still there. Peggy Parrish.
Or
Good, not Goy.
maybe she was saying goodnight to somebody else.
Going to see you guys. Stay safe. Have to go. Oh, okay. Maybe she did.
Now we can talk about Darla Bill's Ron.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was really on it too.
I bet. I used powdered sulfur a lot of the tea, but that was to make homemade gunpowder. Yeesh,
Yeah, it was probably to get rid of all those girl bugs. Huh.
Sam, please. Ugh. Doug's puppy's got lice. Did you read that?
Yeah. When we lived in Norwalk, that house was fleas. You could see the carpet jumping around. It was crazy.
I wasn't talking about that, but when we lived in LA and Mom rented an apartment downtown LA, we had a cat that brought fleas in, and it was insane.
We always had fleas in Downey. And when I lived in,
we didn't.
Well,
in Norwalk,
we had 2 dogs. And then in Norwalk, we had Sam. So.
Oh, the joys of living in the woods.
I hear Chicken Express is using the same ingredients that made Lay's potato chips famous slogan. I bet you can't eat just one. Science don't you know? Yeah, that's called cocaine. Oh no, that's Coke. I don't know. You know I don't know what they use. I think their stuff is they cook everything in grease, but it's really.
I wanted to know if you could wear your tinfoil hat in the store.
Oh, I can. I can. I can do whatever I want.
Chris said riots in LA thing, not really an issue.
Because I'm the king of the store, and you're nothing.
You're the king over nothing. Tree rat.
What?
Mellow Cat said they have tree rats, but she won't let 2 eggs shoot them.
Oh, the squirrels? Yeah.
Peggy, we're in Kentucky.
Squirrels I like squirrels.
We're selling fireworks.
They put on a good show in the morning.
After seeing Wonder Hussy in Australia with all those stinking flies, I don't mind any bug we got in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I nap as well.
Who said that?
Chris. Oh, Scarlett said that about.
Oh, Scarlett, yeah.
Flies seem to fade out after a while, but they're absolutely nuts today. Thanks, Chris.
Wonder Hussy says she's moving back to Vegas, I think.
Yeah, that was one of her videos recently.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't watch her a lot of the time. She's really got a good channel and everything, but she's got some issues. She seems to get too upset. She just needs it's like me. I mean, I got a lot of problems, but, I just deal with them. What?
I'm your problem?
Did I say something
about you?
I heard the word
problem.
Did you hear me say something about you? I never said a word about you. Am I thinking that loudly?
All right, I'm caught up.
Lonely Hitchhiker.
Yeah.
I've seen it, Bill. What did you see? What did he see?
Doug said, on my screen, I only see 3 thumbs up. Are you seeing the same?
Oh.
I don't see any. What's weird is the thumb is highlighted for me. Tells me I clicked it, but it doesn't have the number.
Oh yeah,
thumbs up.
Well, it says 22 thumbs up.
But see mine? It used to say how many was there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I might have clicked something on the.
Something. No, I don't think you did.
I have to download the live stream, and then I'll type in the
title and
like Sunday night. That's what today's is.
And
what will happen is you hit Sunday, it's the S, and it won't pop up. you just sit here, and then all of a sudden it will pop up. And before, what happens when I have the camera running, and I first turn it, I go like this to see how the camera's set up. So if Darla's going to be in the picture, and because a lot of times I get too much of the wall here, so that's why I do that, and it'll make my arm look like it's moving, and I'll go like this, and it'll go real slow. So then I actually have to turn the computer off, turn it back on, and load it again, and then turn it, get out of it, and then load it again, and then usually it'll go.
It's a lot of work for you guys.
It takes me 20 minutes to get it to work.
Yeah, it does. And it didn't used to be like that. I don't know what's going on.
You're at 20. Oh yeah, 23. Yeah. And that's amazing because we only have 21 people watching.
And Doug, I see 0. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe, but I refreshed it, and I don't know. I didn't get it.
Like I say, well, at least we're able to do the communication on Sunday night.
Kent, Lonely Hitchhiker Kent said, "I seen it, Bill." And you said what? He said the hand.
Oh. Yeah. Well, really, I think for the most part, YouTube's kind of been leaving us alone, but I've tried to stay off of too much controversial.
Tin Hat topics.
Try to stay out of the controversial. There's enough stuff going on right now. There's guys that are on YouTube that spend all day just talking about Trump and the riots and all that kind of stuff. And I've gotten to the point where all I'm watching is, guys chopping Sportsters and stuff like that, building houseboats in their garages and stuff like that. That's fun for me. So.
Cindy said she picked it up. Close reminds her of me.
Yeah.
23 and only 20 watching. We demand a reach.
Well, now it's 24 and 22 watching.
Somebody's not.
Yeah.
With it.
See, so that means we got a lot of new people if there's 22 people watching. If you're a first-time person watching,
Type 1.
What?
Type 1.
Type 1. If this is your first time watching our channel on Sunday night, not necessarily watching our videos, the first time you're doing a live, type 1.
Mellow Cat says, how to glue PVC in plumbing videos.
Yeah, I see. You can tell who the educated people are. They can't count. 2, 3, 1, 7.
Hey, Rhonda, hi. Shane, you're another one. These two march to the beat of a different drummer.
These two are. These guys are all nuts.
We finally got YouTube. It's nice not to have the
42.
Oh, YouTube Lite. Oh, really? Still pays for premium. Like
yeah.
$16 a month just to not have commercials.
Well, it's either that or be buying me a new computer all the time from throwing the thing from the commercials.
What is?
Dougie 70.
70. Mellow Cat 42. You people.
Oh, tell them how old they are.
No, it isn't new math. It's Common Core math, I think. Doug. Music videos, you still have commercials. Really?
Well, that's what.
Chris, I've been using ad blocker.
That's when I went crazy.
But I can't get it on my phone.
I have a stereo in my little shop out there at home. And my thing, she put me on the ad blocker thing, and it was working on the computer, but it wouldn't work on my phone.
That must be
I play music on my phone when I'm in my shop.
From YouTube.
From YouTube. And it was doing all this weird stuff and commercials and everything else. And I told her, I went in and handed her $20 and said, get it back. I want it back right now. And she did.
He stomped his foot like a petulant 2-year-old.
Like Kate wanting to go outside. Anyway, so I got my music back. This is another problem with Kentucky. is I itch, and her hair falls out.
Yeah.
So
We aren't even drinking the water anymore,
yeah,
but we're showering in it. So.
yeah. But the water I went and bought 10 gallons of geyser. Yeah,
Crystal
today
geyser.
crystal geyser today, so that we can have something to drink. You know, but I still have to shower with it. It makes my head just itch like crazy.
Jane, I had premium. Charged the credit card, was cut off a premium. Changed the credit card. It was the worst 2 weeks of my life, so I got the new card in the mail. I don't know.
So there's no new people on here. No real number ones.
No real number one.
Not 150, 111111111.
Gazillion deep.
Dougie's keyboard's messed up.
I think it's one stuck.
Yeah. Or he's just
real
stuck
nervous.
on one.
Oh, the sun's going down.
It is.
See your reflection. It's like a ball of fire.
It's all a guy when he pulls up. I go, so I thought you were open till 9. I go, well, we normally are, but we're doing a library. We'll come back. I said, no.
And they said, sorry, we interrupted your live. I was like, no, that's fine. We're here for this reason.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, I'll just get the keys and we'll open it back up, and then. But
then I walked out there. I'm like, are you guys doing cash or card? Because I need to go back and get the cash. And he's flashing a card. I was like, okay. It worked.
It worked. Yeah. I love it when people say, "You guys take cards?" I said, "Yeah, but you don't give them back." Huh? Too many funny jokes.
Used to be new material.
Yeah, well, as long as it's new people walking through the door.
True.
Yeah.
Anyway, I could use a little bit of rain, but then it'll get too sticky again.
If it cools off.
I tell you what, right over here next door, there is a house. They probably got, I don't know, it's a deep lot, and he's got a garden. He doesn't live there, but he comes and tends his garden. I saw this giant red tomato on his tomato plant today. It's loving the rain and the heat and the. Yeah.
Well, that guy, for some reason, he can grow anything over there.
Yeah,
it's like Farmer John or something.
Yeah. He's got a garden every year.
Let's see. Right now, it's 93 degrees.
Nobody bugs it. Like, deer don't come in here and gobble everything up like everybody that comes in to buy the poppers and the firecrackers to get rid of the deer on their
smokers.
Nothing bothers his garden. I don't know why.
People come in and go, "You have smoke bombs?" I go, "Why? What are you trying to get rid of moles or what?" Yeah. It's a common problem around here.
Yeah. Just sitting outside. If we don't make any money, at least I'll go home with a nice can.
Oh, don't worry about that, man. Trust me. You don't want to be the new Kimberly. Trust me. This week it will start getting crazy, and the next week you'll be begging for it to be over with. So.
Thank you, Chris. I'd appreciate that. I looked and I just couldn't find nothing that works. It's like it just wouldn't work. I have an Android. Guy at the plumbing store said his garden is doing great this year. I bet. I don't hear your AC. It's on. It is on. I'm right above us.
Yeah.
It is on.
Well, we don't have the dump on.
No, that's fine.
I just have it coming out of the regular outlets. But we have 2 airs running. And the electricity around here sucks too.
Yeah, true.
It's at 112 volts right now. I got a little meter. I got my little information center right here.
Command Central.
And I got my 12-volt stuff over there. So over there.
It's over there.
On the dash.
They wanted to see Cage earlier. I showed them. He's
on
the back of the couch. But he's got his back to us now.
My house batteries are at 130, and so that means they're fully up, and then the truck batteries are 131. So that means they're fully up. And then when I start this thing, everything goes up to 14 volts, and then it kicks down. So I've always had a hard time. We keep turning lights on and stuff when we were driving. Now I got a 200 amp alternator, and
yeah,
it had like an 80 amp before.
The electric maintains the
Yeah.
And we had a proof of life viewing of Cage.
But
The fridge, so it seems like it doesn't keep ice cream frozen. It's more like softer.
I checked
texture.
it. I checked it yesterday morning. It was 14 degrees in the
Right.
freezer, and it was 41 degrees in the refrigerator, which is perfect.
But so the ice cream is not.
It's
staying
because
like
it's so jammed full of stuff.
needs to. It's not though.
It's insulated.
It is not.
My ice cream's insulated.
And the stuff in the refrigerator, if you push it to the back wall, it freezes. So I can't use the back half of any of the
See
shelves.
what you
because
started,
it freezes.
Will?
And I don't know why. So I just deal with it. Anyway.
I just think we have too much stuff in it. Either that or we should put it all in peanut butter jars. That'll solve two problems.
Hey, Tracy. Hi. How are you and Johnny doing?
Tracy.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
It's
why
like a
it's doing
special appearance.
that. I
We
know,
need a
right?
drum roll or something.
I know. She's a goat farmer now.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Those baby goats are adorable.
And they're delicious. You don't eat your goats, do you?
No, they don't. You guys need to start putting out content again. I miss it. Yeah, you could change the name of your channel. Not these goats.
No, it's not Gage. It's Cage. And it's CAIJE.
I spelled it.
It's Frenchy Freach.
I spelled it.
Where? Where do you spell it?
Right here. BDK.
I gotta see it.
Nah, they're under Dougie's hand wave. It's not on yours. I don't know why.
Someone must have erased it. Oh, you're not on or something.
Yeah, I am. You're
Well,
not on.
it didn't show up.
Well, hit the bar down there to advance. I don't know what's going on with you.
Should be working. See, I can go that way.
Yeah, people don't eat goats. They're too cute.
You know, goat meat is the most eaten meat worldwide of anything. People eat more goat.
Chris, you would think with a name like Cage that he would be a French bulldog, but no, he's not. He's
No,
not French.
he's
the name is French, but he's
a German bulldog.
American.
He's a Boston bulldog. Yeah, well, Boston Terriers are the first American breed.
Tender meat. I could never. I shouldn't say never. Never say never, right? But I don't know that I can.
How come I'm not getting the?
Hit refresh. No, don't do that. I didn't know. You're not getting anything. Cage isn't a dog. He's a people. That's right. German should have been named Kurt for Hans. Or Hans. Yeah.
I know what it's doing now.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
This thing is crazy.
we're at the 9 o'clock mark anyhow.
Yeah.
And he's malfunctioning here. I know you guys are getting us, but he's not getting the feed on the text anymore. Anyways, we appreciate all you guys that take out time from your busy lives to sit here and listen to us jabber.
Yeah. Are
8 o'clock here, Ron says. Yeah. You guys are.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9
o'clock here.
Here. Bill's
So
malfunctioning with the camera.
Let's see. Timestamp. Reactions.
I don't know what's happening. Something got bumped or something, maybe.
I don't know.
Have a good week. Thanks, Scarlett.
All right.
Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you whenever we see you. I'm not sure. I'm hoping like crazy that we're going to be so busy next weekend that.
I'm thinking next Sunday's going to be kaputs, and then maybe the following Sunday, which will actually be after.
Yeah, but it's still the weekend.
And we're leaving the 7th. So.
Right. Woohoo!
All right, guys. Well, you have a great week.
Guys.
Talk to you later. And good